My name's Devin Baker, and my informative speech is going to be about capital punishment in the United States. The death penalty has been all around our country for a very long time. The United States of America is one of the only countries left in the world that still allow it. I've spoken to many people about the death penalty, and they all have mixed emotions. Some people think that if their child or a relative of theirs was a victim of the crime, they would want the criminal to be executed and die. But if it was their family member who was the criminal, they would want them to go to prison instead of being killed. So you have mixed opinions across whoever you talk to. The real question is, would you rather that person be executed and just, not have to worry about them anymore? Or would you rather have them in prison and your tax dollars be keeping them up? As I said earlier, the United States is one of only 4 countries in the world that still allows the death penalty. 30 of our states allow it, 20 do not. So a little bit over half still allow it. Since 1976, here are the numbers on the lethal executions. There are 5 legal death penalty executions. There are lethal injection, electrocution, gas chamber, hanging, and by firing squad. There have been 3 deaths by firing squad, 3 by hanging, 11 by the gas chamber, 160 by electrocution, and 1,316 by lethal injection. Here are some states that do allow the death penalty and some states that do not. Some states that do include Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Wyoming, South Dakota, and my home state of Kentucky. A few states that do not allow include Alaska, Maine, Iowa, West Virginia, and the capital of the United States, Washington, D.C. The latest state to abolish the death penalty was Washington State in 2018, a little over 7 months ago. A large outrage and spark about the death penalty debate is due to the Constitution of the United States. The 8th Amendment of our Constitution outlaws cruel and unusual punishment, and many people believe that the death penalty violates this. Some people believe that if you are executed, no matter what the form or fashion, that is cruel and unusual, and it should be outlawed throughout the country. There have been 164 death penalty exonerations. In other words, means there have been 164 prisoners found innocent instead of guilty and taken off death row. There have been a whopping 28 death penalty exonerations in the state of Florida and 21 in Illinois since 1973. According to a study, the race of death row prisoners are 42% white men, 42% black men, 13% Hispanic, and 3% other races. Since 1976, the state of Texas has executed the most prisoners by far. They have executed a whopping 560 prisoners, and there have been 2 in this year, 2019, and we're just 3 months in. The next closest state with the most executions to Texas is Virginia, with 110. In 2002, a Supreme Court case ruled that it was unconstitutional to execute someone with an intellectual disability or mental issues, which includes someone with mental retardation. The south portion of the United States accounts for 80% of executions legally. A study was taken that said 88% of people believe that the homicide rate will not go down due to the death penalty, 5% say it will, and 7% have no opinion. They outlawed public death penalty executions a little over 100 years ago, and a little fun fact is the latest state that done a public execution was Kentucky. Owensboro, Kentucky, a man was publicly hanged. All of my information I received and gathered came off the deathpenaltyinformationcenter.org. Thank you. How long was it?